It's February 12th and we've had a very, very mild winter. It's time to get set for repotting and root pruning. This is the ideal time while the tree is still dormant. So today what I'm going to do is take this Sangu kako, commonly known as the coral bark. We'll remove it from the cement container, which it's been in for many, many years. I'll take it out, I'll do a root prune, and we're going to pop it into this much smaller container. Now the reason we're putting it into a smaller container is because we have a specific Japanese maple set aside that we'd like to put in this bigger container, and I will be doing a video when the time comes for that tree as well. So we'll just reset the camera and get started, and we'll go step by step and do the whole process. Here we go. So the first thing we'll do, now of course I've just leaned it over. I'll take my trusty old lawnmower blade and I'll just free it up on the edges. Now, because it's in a cement pot, you can see it's sitting very loose. It's just one big condensed root ball. Okay, there we go. Now let's see if I can just pull it out of the container here and set it up. There we go. One more pull. There we go. Let's stand it up here. Okay, let's get the pot out of the way. Okay, there we go. Now, let's take a look. You can see the root structure. Nice fibrous roots all the way around right to the bottom. I'm going to cut it way back, likely about here, and then I'll cut the inside edges. So we'll just reset the camera again to make that first cut. Okay, now again, looking at the root structure, you won't see many large roots, of course, because it's been grown in the container medium. What we do have is many, many smaller fibrous roots which feed the tree. Now, if I take the pot, basically you can see how short I'm going to make it, but I'm going to bring it back, of course, a couple more inches, or 3 inches, maybe 10 centimeters, so we can have a soil base in there as well. So take another peek, and I'm going to go right about here, my finger. So now what I'll do, I do have my trusty pruners here, so I'll cut that guy out. It's in the way. There we go. Now I've got 2 different saws. Of course, this is a tree saw, and this is my handy pruning saw with 2 different types of blades. I do switch between both depending how awkward the cutting is. Now what have I got here? Okay, I've got another root here, so let's just, it's a bit larger, let's just cut that out. There we go. And actually, maybe I'll start with this saw. Get that guy out of there. There we go. Okay. There we go. So, you can see it's cutting through quite nicely. I'll just back it up here. See if I can pull it out now. There we go. Let's take this saw and finish it off. There we go. Now we've got that base cut off. You can see now how much I've taken off. Okay, let's just take a look again. That's gonna be good. I'll just shave off a little bit off the bottom just to even it out here. There we go. Now let's stand it up. And we're going to cut it back now. So same idea. I'll just bring it back all four sides. Don't worry, we're not hurting the tree. It's probably a little annoyed at me right now, but other than that, it's doing fine. There we go. Let's turn it, make another cut. Okay, there's a little bit of a bigger branch there. Let's see if I can get it with this guy. I'll lean this over a bit. Now let's try pulling it out. Make some more room. There we go. Now again, that thicker branch, let's take it out. There it is. Okay, that should do it. There it is. Okay. Turn it yet again. Make the next cut. And one more cut. Again, it's a little bigger root here. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. Oh. There it is. There we go. Okay, I think we've got it. Cut these loose ends off. Okay, let's reset the camera. One last thing I'll do now is I'll just taper the edges in just so it fits nicely in the pot. Oh, there's something big there. There we go. Let's cut that out. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's turn it. Take this guy out here. Turn it again. Give it a slight taper. There we go. And one more cut. There it is. Okay, I think we got it. Now, let's clear up the debris and get it set up for the repotting. Now you can see there's a lot of that root structure removed. I'd say about 2/3 of it. The nice thing is I can pick it up with ease, and you can see all the fibrous roots which will respond and regenerate in the new pot. So let's just readjust the camera angle now. So now we're ready to place the root pruned tree into the new pot. Now you can see it's sitting 3 inches 10 centimeters lower than the top of the pot. So first of all, I've got my soil mix. I'm just gonna put a couple inches in the bottom, spread it out. Now, because I've done such an extensive root pruning, I will throw in a little bone meal, as that does stimulate the roots as well. So I'll just stand up here and get the tree in the pot. Nice thing is now it's quite light. There we go. Now I'm just going to make sure it's centered, which it is. Give it a little twist so it works its way into that soil at the bottom. And now it's just simply adding the soil. And by the way, this soil mix, we do our own custom blend of regular fir mulch and a composted fir mulch with some washed sand. That's our soil mix we've been using for many years. I do have a descriptive video on our soil mix as well, if you want to check that out. Really basic ingredients. And then of course we do add a 6-month slow release fertilizer, but we won't be adding any fertilizer until towards the end of March here. Okay, so I'm just gonna lightly pack the soil in. There we go. And of course, now I will sprinkle a little more bone meal. It'll work its way down in there with the rain. And now we'll just finish off the top dressing to make it look nice. And again, I've got it sitting so it's about 1 inch from the surface of the pot. That way in the fall we can mulch it with some additional fir mulch just to protect it from that frosty edge. Okay, there we go. Give the pot a shake. Okay, and of course, I forgot to mention, I do have 8 drain holes in the bottom. Again, I do have a descriptive video on choosing the right container. And of course, container-grown Japanese maples love to be watered regularly, daily in fact, during the warm weather. And they need good drainage. You don't want that water to sit, so the combination of a good porous soil mix combined with a pot that has very good drainage, and you're all set. Okay, that's it. Let's just reset the camera again so we can have a look at the new tree. Okay, so there we have it. Now you can see the difference in size of the containers. Now in this pot will be good for another 5 years or so before I pop it out and do a root prune, or perhaps place it in another pot. So the whole process took approximately 45 minutes. It's good to go, ready for another few years. Again, we'll add the slow release fertilizer towards the end of March. And stay tuned, because there's a beautiful, beautiful specimen going into this cement pot. I won't be placing it into the pot until it's in full leaf, as it's such a striking tree, and it is one that we actually dug out a couple years ago and placed it in a small pot to develop roots, but it's ready to go now as well. So once again, thanks so much for watching, and there'll be more videos to come this year. Bye for now.